Welcome to our channel Bapuji the Shri Patel. Today's discussion is on the topic of future new world. Here's the conversation between Anandji and Bapuji. Anandji is starting the conversation. Param Shanti Bapuji, today we will discuss about the new world that you always mention in Behad knowledge. I have got a list of questions on this topic. My first question is, where is this new world? How is this new world? What is happening in this new world now? What kind of world will that be? In Hindu scriptures, it's mentioned that Lord Vishnu takes the new seeds to the new world. Then what happens? Similar story is shown in Bible as well. It's shown that everyone is boarded onto the ship so that they can be taken into the new world. In every religion, there are things mentioned about the new world. In Brahma Kumaris, they say Satya Yuga will come. That means this is the last stage of Kali Yuga and Satya Yuga will come after this. My basic question is, for example, 33 crore deities came on earth in Satya Yuga. As the time passed by, the 4 yugas also elapsed, and the human population on earth also increased. So, will the whole population go to the new world? Where will all the visible or invisible souls with physical body or subtle body go? Can you explain in depth, Bapuji? Bapuji is saying, first of all, look at the state of the world today. All 5 elements of the nature have become tamopradhan. When the 5 elements become tamopradhan, it gives pain and grief. For example, cyclones caused by wind, heavy rain, etc. In order to calm down the nature, it has to be transformed from tamopradhan state to satopradhan state. But for that, power is needed. But from where will we get that power? And who will bring that power? So, only Almighty Authority can do this task. The rest, common man cannot perform this task. Only He can transform the entire nature. In Shastras also, it's mentioned that Yada Yada Hi Dharmasya Glanir Bharata Abhyuthanam Dharmasya Tadatmanam Srijamyaham. That means, whenever there is decay of righteousness, O Bharata, and there is exaltation of unrighteousness, then I myself come forth. But when there was decline of righteousness and Lord came to rescue mankind, still 5 elements did not transform into supreme elements or param tattva. Earth was still a mortal world. Whatever anybody said, earth did not transform into immortal world. Even though the age of humans would be longer in Satya Yuga, but still earth was a mortal plane. The age of humans used to be 40 to 50,000 years in Satya Yuga, which declined to 10 to 12,000 years in Treta Yuga. People know about the age of the body, but one should also know the age of a soul. The age of a soul is uncountable. For example, I mentioned the age of Shiva of this Brahmand, which is 100 years of Brahma, and Brahma's one day is equal to 1000 cycles of 4 yugas of Satya, Treta, Dwapar, and Kali. Similarly, the age of Mahashiva is also given. His creation also have age, but who will change all these? Only Almighty Authority, the highest of the high supreme power, can do the transformation. The seed souls of infinite Kala, or the Behad bees souls, the 108 seed souls mentioned in Brahmakumaris from time to time, can transform the world with power of Almighty. Anandji is saying, Bapuji, I want to mention here that in Brahmakumaris, they say the Satya Yuga is coming. Only 33 crore deities will go to that era and the rest will die. I want to ask here, will they be entangled in the cycle of 4 yugas of Satya, Treta, Dwapar, and Kali? Or do they mean the Amarloka where there is no birth and death? Bapuji is saying, Brahmakumaris is a very good organization, but they are talking about 5000 years world drama and making the heaven on earth. But heaven or Swarg cannot exist in 5 elemental world. But they are children and they are good. But here we are talking about infinite world. 108 Behad seed souls can do the Behad transformation. The 108 souls will pull the supreme light from highest of the high supreme abode onto the earth through Yog. These seed souls will bring the supreme light unto the earth in a secret manner. As the supreme light showers upon earth, there will be gradual transformation of 5 elements. Firstly, the air element will transform. This supreme light is of high quality. There is supreme light in Param or supreme abode of this Brahmand. There is supreme light in the Mahaparam or great supreme abode of galaxy or Mahabrahmand. But the Behad souls will pull the supreme light from the highest of the high supreme abode, where the quality of supreme light is the highest. So there will be transformation of elements. The air element is filled with negativity. The thoughts of infinite time is stored in air element. Therefore, each and every particle of air element is filled with negativity. The air element has the recordings of negative thoughts of souls from the time immemorial. When people breathe in, then they are taking in the air element filled with negativity. So the pran maya sharir or the body made with air element gets discharged, or the energy of pran maya body depletes. That's why even yogis or sages gets entangled in maya. Therefore, when the supreme light is brought onto Earth's atmosphere, the atmosphere will change. Then the air element will transform and become the supreme air element. The atmosphere will become positive. The Behad ki param shanti vibration or the supreme peace vibration will not only spread in the atmosphere of Earth but also into the surrounding area up to 200 kilometers from Earth. The population of human souls are nil in comparison to the population of negative souls like ghosts or negative spirits who are spreading terror on earth or conducting bad deeds or unlawful deeds. When Param Shanti vibration spreads with the power of yoga and sankalp, then the vibration will enter into the air element and the vibration of supreme peace or param shanti will spread into the atmosphere and the atmosphere of earth will calm down. Anandji is saying, but Bapuji, I have read in Shastras that there are our ancestors residing on moon. Some authors have mentioned in their book that our soul can travel up to Mars or Jupiter. Bapuji is saying, the thing is, when 108 souls increase their power through yoga, then the 1008 souls will come to help them. When 1008 souls join to spread Param Shanti vibration, then the atmosphere above 1000 kilometers of earth will transform. Then further again 16,000 helper souls will join to spread the Param Shanti vibration. Then the air element which is present in the area up to where sun's gravitational field extends will also transform. The air element extends up to the range of sun's gravitational field. So the air element of the subtle world will transform. There are souls in the three elemental body residing in the subtle world. Anandji is saying, Bapuji, you mentioned about 108 souls. So is this work to be done by Supreme Soul or Final Authority? Bapuji is saying, Final Authority would not do it himself, but he gets it done through someone. Anandji is asking, what is the reason behind this? Is that because he does not want to get involved in karmic bondage? Bapuji is saying, the thing is, when the infinite creation happened, then the creation did not happen directly through him, but the creation was conducted through someone. Anandji is adding, you have mentioned in History of Universe video about the creation of Shiva, Mahashiva and the category of souls. You have explained in detail. Now we will talk about this new world. How can we go to this new world from Earth? Where is it located? Will you be able to explain, please? Bapuji is saying, look, the Almighty Authority means the owner of the infinite Kala world. Infinite Kala world has the infinite number of multiverses. Only our multiverse has the mortal world of 5 elements. So, the Almighty Authority wants to change the entire multiverse. The work of transformation would begin from this earth plane. So, the Almighty Authority sent 108 seed souls on earth for transformation long time ago. They became human soul and got entangled in grief and sorrow. When they were in despair, They were crying out in pain. Then Almighty Authority came Himself on earth. That's why it's been said that on the Qiyamah Day or the Judgment Day, the Almighty Himself would come in Nur form or light form and rescue the souls from the grave. The supreme power is required for the transformation to happen, and if power is needed, then for that supreme light is needed. The supreme light is present in the highest of the high supreme abode. Almighty Authority would download the supreme power, the supreme light from the supreme abode of infinite Kala, the highest of the high supreme abode, through 108 seed souls. Almighty Authority is looking for 108 seed souls. The 108 seed souls would listen to the infinite knowledge videos. They would understand the drama of infinite world. They would watch the Behad knowledge videos multiple times and immerse in the ocean of divine knowledge. They would chant the ocean of knowledge. They would attend the supreme knowledge that has not been written before. When the power comes, then firstly, the transformation will happen in first 200 kilometers of earth. The air element will transform. I'm not talking about only this solar system or Brahmand. The transformation will happen in galaxy and even universe. Anandji is asking, Bapuji, will the transformation process continue until 2050, or will it end before that, or will it continue after that as well? Bapuji is saying there is no calculation of time. The time will depend upon the seed souls. Almighty Authority is looking for 108 seed souls. There are seed souls who still need to come. So these videos are made for them. When they listen to the infinite knowledge, they will understand the secrets of Behad drama. They will stay in one place and work secretly. They will pull the power, the supreme light, through yoga. There is recordings of infinite creation in Behad souls. When they watch the videos, it will trigger them and help to emerge the Behad knowledge. Even if it's not Behad soul, let's say if a soul has come from galaxy, then it will have the recordings of galaxy. Similarly, the souls from universe or Param Mahashiva category souls have recordings of universe. The souls of Brahmand or solar system have the recordings of their Brahmand or solar system. Most souls of solar system, galaxy or universe are likely to absorb the knowledge up to the multiverse maximum. Even scientists are also talking about the multiverse. But multiverse is nothing in front of infinite creation. The owner of infinite Kala world or Behad world, who is the Almighty Authority, has sent seed souls who have the recordings of Behad world. They have the recordings of millions and billions of multiverses and even the world beyond that in their soul. When Behad Father meets them, then they will be able to understand that They will understand how high is the Almighty Authority, the Creator of the infinite creation. When the seed souls listen to the knowledge, it will strike them immediately, and the knowledge will emerge gradually. They will think that this is the knowledge I am seeking for. This knowledge cannot be found in Shastras. In Shastras, there is only history and geography of this Brahmand. So, when the Supreme Light is brought onto earth by seed souls, then initially the atmosphere up to 200 kilometers from earth's surface will transform. Then the souls residing in the subtle world in that range will have positive transformation. There are uncountable ghosts, spirits, or negative souls in that layer. The number of souls in subtle world is even 10,000 times the human population. I can see that when I go to Samadhi state. The Tamopradhan souls cannot go to upper layers and leave Earth's gravity as their subtle body is heavy. Therefore, the negative souls, ghosts, are in initial 200-kilometer range from Earth's surface. When the param shanti vibration spreads into the 200-kilometer range, then it will bring peace to the souls in that range, including humans and the subtle world souls with the body of 3 elements. Then everyone will start experiencing param shanti or supreme peace state. Then gradually the desires will decline. The negativity will clear off. The causal body will recharge. When people breathe in, then they would breathe in the supreme air. Then the pranmay sharir would be filled with supreme air element. The body made of air element would change into supreme air element. The pranmay sharir means the body made up of air element. There is also supreme fire element within the supreme air element. So this will bring about the change in ghost and any negative souls in a positive manner, because the supreme air element will have direct effect on them. There is supreme peace or param shanti in the supreme air element that will impact on ghosts and spirits of the subtle world immediately. When the supreme air element comes into their body, then their subtle body gets charged and they will attain supreme peace. Anandji is asking, Bapuji, you said that later people will start confessing their sins. Bapuji is saying, in later future, the process that will happen in human souls is that when the pranmay sharir or the body made up of air element will have supreme air element, then that will bring supreme peace or param shanti within them. Then gradually supreme peace will come within Karan Sharir or causal body. When supreme peace is experienced, then the sinful souls will realize their mistakes and their bad deeds, so they will seek for forgiveness. The big sinful souls will seek for forgiveness in TV channels. Anandji is saying, Bapuji, I have heard that when somebody is near to death, then they tell the truth. Here you are saying that when supreme air element, supreme ether element get inside human souls, then their mind and heart will transform, then they will confess their bad deeds. This is very wonderful thing. It seems like it's a judgment day. Bapuji is saying, the last day of Apocalypse or Kayamat is the judgment day. Judgment day is also mentioned in Bible. So the judgment day will start because in all souls there will be supreme air element, and inside air element there is vibration of param shanti or supreme peace. When the supreme peace vibration goes to pranmay sharir or subtle body or causal body, then the soul will experience supreme peace. This will bring about the detachment towards the physical world because the soul will realize that the material things are of no use. The sinful soul will realize that he or she is in the list of great sinner because they have made the earnings or savings for their generations with sinful act. They will feel guilty. They will repent. As the Param Shanti vibration comes within them, they won't be able to tolerate their own bad deeds. They will confess in front of public about their bad actions, scams, etc. They will go to TV channels for confession. They will say, take my wealth, but at that time there will be no value of wealth. Because after attaining Param Shanti, they won't require to eat or drink. They won't require anything. They will be detached from worldly pleasures. They will become recluse. Not only that, they will become infinite recluse. They will be detached from birth and death cycles as the sinful actions of previous lives will emerge. So, the souls on one side will be in bliss, whereas on the other side they will cry and repent. They will seek for forgiveness, but at that time no one will have intention for revenge because there will be Param Shanti vibration in everyone. In this world, there is not a single human being who has not done a single mistake. All souls have some negativity. It's just some have very less negativity and some have high. When Param Shanti vibration prevails, then people will go towards path of Param Shanti and also get detachment. They won't even require to eat and drink. They can survive on air, just like sages and saints of ancient times could survive on air. You won't even need air element because you will get supreme air. Supreme elements will come within supreme air. Then people will have supreme peace. When they get supreme peace, then their desires and wishes will change. Their mind will transform. So, people of world will have peace of mind. The soul has mind, intellect, and impressions. So, when mind changes, then the impressions change within a single second. Tamopradhan soul will become Satopradhan. So, when mind changes, then impressions change. And when impressions change, then the karma will change. Then they will wish to do good for everyone. Also, there will be revelation of Almighty Authority. There will be direct connection with Almighty Authority. They will know that Almighty Authority has come for transformation of this earth. Sun's gravity extends up to 75,000 kilometers. The subtle world is extended even beyond that range. So, the supreme air element will spread to 1 trillion kilometers. Here I am talking about the subtle world below Brahmapuri plane. For example, Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka, Swargaloka, Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, and even lower layers of Brahmapuri. When supreme air element is spread to this range, then the uncountable number of souls residing in this area will experience supreme peace. Their body made of air element will transform into supreme air element. The supreme air element will gradually convert into supreme fire element or param agni tattva. When there are supreme air and supreme fire element up to the range of 1 trillion kilometers, then ether element will also transform into supreme ether element. So, 1 trillion kilometers of supreme elemental world means the immortal world, and the world of 5 elements means the mortal world. So gradually there will be transformation of worlds up to 1 trillion kilometer range. It does take time for this. Then 1008 souls will assist 108 seed souls. The 108 seed souls also have been trapped in this world of 5 elements. They also have become Tamopradhan. They were sent eons ago for transformation, but they couldn't complete the mission. And then there were avatars of Rama and Krishna, but neither the kingdom of Rama got established, nor the world converted to golden Dwarka of Krishna. But now 108 souls will meditate and pull down the energy and param tattva or supreme elements. Upon meditation, their causal body will charge and their negative karmic bondages will clear off. So, first they will understand the Behad knowledge. They will know how vast is the Behad world or infinite creation. They will recognize Almighty Authority through knowledge and comply with His philosophy. They will take power from Almighty Authority. Then they will attain Karmatit state, which is the state beyond the effects of karma or action. After that, they will attain Bhavatit state or the state beyond the emotions. So it will take time. First, 108 souls would be located. They will sit on one place and do meditation. Upon destroying their karmic bondages, they will attain Karmatit state and then Bhavatit state gradually. Then power will come from above. When the power comes gradually, then the place where these souls reside will be filled with power, and then it will spread into the surrounding area. The power will gradually spread to 10 kilometers, 20 kilometers, 50 kilometers, 100 kilometers, 1000 kilometers, and then entire Earth. But this process takes time. It's not an easy task. This transformation process is not like the destruction process or other processes like killing the demonic figures that happens in Vishnu Avatar. This time it's about transforming the elements into supreme elements. It's not about killing somebody, it's about transforming the souls into supreme souls. The Behad Father is merciful, so he wants every soul to attain in life liberation and take them to immortal world rather than giving them liberation or mukti. So, when air element is transformed into supreme air element, then the body of human beings on earth will also change, because by breathing in supreme air, not only air element changes into supreme air element, but also the water element and earth element convert into supreme air element parallelly and gradually. So, entire human population will also transform into three supreme elements gradually. Also, the earth element and the water element of our planet will change into supreme elements. Entire planet will be of supreme element and the earth element will vanish. Our sun will radiate supreme fire element, not the fire element, because sun will also be of supreme element. Also, when each soul has luminance of 1,000 suns, then there will be no requirement of sun. That means this world will become immortal world gradually. So all human souls will come under the process of becoming supreme soul. Anandji is saying, Bapuji, the most important thing you told us here is that there will be no death of human beings, but there will be transformation. However, the other organizations, or according to the scriptures, there will be destruction and then only new era would start. But you are saying that this world of physical elements will change to bring the new era and there will be no death. Out of 7-8 billion human population, around 300 million deities will go to new era. But here we are talking about transformation, not the death, that how many souls would go to upper dimensions. Bapuji is saying, I want to say one thing here. In Shastras, it's been mentioned about 4 yugas, Satya, Treta, Dwapar and Kali. Upon completion of 4 yugas, Earth Pralay occurs, in which all Tamopradhan souls or souls with negative impressions are cleared off and Satopradhan souls or the souls with positive impressions remain. Then again, after 71 cycles of 4 yugas or 71 yugantar, there is pralay, in which there is total destruction of mankind as well as 3 lokas. But when Shiva produces fire of dissolution, then entire Brahmand gets destroyed and becomes black hole. Then at that time all the souls of Brahmand get destroyed. But here we are talking about transformation. There are uncountable souls residing in Vishnupuri, Shivapuri, and Paramdham. The souls of entire Brahmand will be transformed. The intensity of supreme elements will increase and extend over whole Brahmand. It will spread to 1 light year. Upon spreading of supreme air, supreme fire, and supreme ether elements, entire Brahmand will be transformed. A Brahmand means a solar system. Lord Shiva created Brahmand through Lord Brahma, protects through Lord Vishnu, and destroys through Lord Shankara. So, this entire Brahmand will be of supreme elements. It will become immortal world. There won't be mortal world at all. All the physical elements will change into supreme elements. The power will gradually increase. The power will spread into 1 light year and then gradually spread into 2 light years and 3 light years and so on. This way, the surrounding solar system will also convert into supreme elements. So, gradually, the physical elements of solar system will convert into supreme elements. So, galaxy will also transform gradually. Anandji is saying, Bapuji, I was curious that scientists say that by 2030 or by 2040 there will be a new world in space and they will take humans to that place from here. There will be everything. So, is it possible that whatever we have here that will be there as well? Bapuji is saying, Almighty Authority will alight spiritual scientists from above who will give power to the scientists engaged in research or invention on earth. In upcoming days, there will be transformation of elements. So, the instrument or vehicles will also operate automatically. There will be vehicle operating on supreme fire element. The vehicles will operate against gravity and could cross the solar system within a single second. In coming days, there will be very efficient instrument and vehicles, but until the atmosphere is tamopradhan, the 5 elements of nature is tamopradhan. So, till then, the instrument and vehicles made up of 5 elements will cause sorrow and grief, even though it seems that these facilities are giving happiness. For example, when there is a plane crash, would people be happy? No, isn't it? When an aircraft is made up of supreme elements, then it would not crash, and also there would be no requirement of petrol. It will use supreme fire element from atmosphere. Nowadays, scientists are also doing research to make vehicle that can operate on helium. When you fuse hydrogen atoms, then it becomes helium, but the helium that would be used in the supreme aircraft would be supreme helium. Scientists have discovered God particle, but that particle is of supreme fire element. That's not the supreme light. Scientists will also bow in front of Almighty Authority. Anandji is saying, Bapuji, I would like to thank you for the knowledge that you have imparted today. We will continue the discussion in next episode. Until then, param shanti. For the original Hindi video, please click the link given in the description box below. Thank you. Param Shanti.
बेहद की परम शांति सोचो बोलो परम शांति में
Join us daily for live meditation, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. on YouTube Live. Subscribe now. Website www.paramshanti.org. Email us anant@paramshanti.org. Like, share, subscribe. Join today.
बेहद की परम शांति सोचो